in the villa, it's so weird because like I personally feel you can come back from any situation, like possible in the villa, like really and truly, because like you're stuck with that person.
There's no running away.
Yeah,
you can't just delete them and then just forget about them. Like, you're gonna see them every day. So
eventually you're gonna like work. You can work around it.
You can, yeah.
You can personally if there's feelings there anyway. But to be fair, Scott and Catherine, there was no coming back. To be fair, watching that, Catherine deaded that and he was like, nah, no chance.
But but back to the movie night, So when they played her video, I was sitting there and I was like,
because like, what did she say? You're like, oh, I just miss Montel.
Yeah, but they literally stuck me so deep under. Because I was looking forward.
You guys shouldn't have picked that video.
We should have.
You shouldn't have picked.
No, because I was like, I was like, let's watch this. Because everyone wanted to watch mine. I was like, yeah, let's watch this one. Hopefully, make me feel a bit better. Not even make me feel better. Just level the playing field a little bit, maybe. And then, bro, I've never had anything backfire.
Because I think I see your face after the movie. And he's like, oh, like that doesn't even help me.
I was like, that's just made me feel even worse. I'm just looking across, and then obviously she felt like a dickhead as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously it makes her look more silly.
It does
when she's saying stuff like that. So yeah.
Why your guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Thank you for that, by the way. Whoever put those clips together, thank you so much.
You know what? That's so funny because you had to try and level the playing field, but there was no playing field to level, so it just made you worse. It was so bad. But so after the movie night, it led to, let's say, redemption night.
Yeah, redemption night.
Redemption night, where you did your letter.
Yeah.
How was your letter, man?
How's the letter? So after after the Castor thing, I think it was like 2 days until movie night. So obviously I was trying to chat to Leah, but she needed time to think.
Yeah,
she had a lot going on in her mind, and obviously I used to make breakfast for her every day. So like the little things that I would do, I can't do as a gesture because I do it anyway.
There's not much you
can do in there. So obviously I was overthinking the situation. I was like, how am I gonna show to her that I'm serious? Because I think she knew the character that I was when she left, and then she was starting to question my character.
Yeah.
And obviously that's a big thing for me because I know the type of guy I am. I feel like everyone in the villa kind of knows how I am.
Yeah.
But obviously that just kind of threw a spanner in the works. So she's thinking, oh, is this how he is? So
options wise, you haven't really got much options. What? So making breakfast, like that's just like if you're already doing that, like that's just done already. You make like a tea or coffee.
I make iced coffees, which I did anyway.
Do every day. So doing it another day is not changing anything.
Yeah. So
you can't do anything. You can't take them out nowhere. You can't have a date.
You can't go on a date. Like you can't do anything. What are you gonna do? Take them to the terrace.
So yeah, literally. So a letter.
So yeah, literally. So then I was gonna do the letter on movie night, but then obviously movie night came, stuck me under even more. So now I'm like, I think I added a few extra lines after movie night. I was like, no, I definitely have to do this. But I think for me it was more. First of all, like I said, there's not much else you can do. So it was a gesture. I was going to just say it to her, but then I feel like everyone had opinions on the situation in the villa. So I needed everyone to hear. Instead of me telling her and then her going back to the girls and then the girls being like, oh, that's just, why is he just saying? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so like, if I'm going to do it to you, I might just
do it to everyone.
Everyone be on the same page right now.
Right? Yeah. So, it was, obviously it was nerve-wracking. I wrote it. It took me like 2 days to write. They didn't show the whole thing. I was saying, I think there was one bar I said...
the letter was longer than it...
Yeah, way longer than what they showed. I think there was one bar, I don't know if they showed it. I was like, everyone likes to call me a certified lover boy, but it's hard not to when you got a princess in front of you.
I personally couldn't watch the letter thing. I had to... Me and my dad were watching it, and my dad was like... My dad was loving it off, by the way.
Yeah.
Proper loves the way you did the letter, and he was like laughing, and he was like, oh, that's so good. That's so good. Me, I had to cover my eyes, man. I couldn't.
But I think the key thing about it is that I knew that people, like especially the guys, that Tao was like, don't do that. He was like, you're gonna look, however. But the key thing was for me was that it was showing her that I don't really care that people are gonna say whatever. People might think it's wet or moist.
You said at the start, innit? Yeah, I embarrassed you, so I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
myself,
but it's a matter of I know that she would appreciate it.
Yeah. And
the words that I'm saying, she'll make her understand, kind of thing. So I feel like I needed to do that.
But it's the way to get your girl back, innit?
Literally, so. And then obviously I was on a kissing ban as well.
Well, did you put you on a ban?
I was getting bantered as well. Like everyone was like, oh, like just would be like, oh, what? So are you on a kissing ban? Like then and then after movie night, I was on the talking ban because she needed time to speak, so I basically couldn't speak to her. Like I couldn't.
Wait, so you're on a talking ban and a kissing ban?
Yeah.
For how long are these bans?
The kissing ban was from when she came back, so I think it lasted about a week or like.
Oh my god!
Like 5-6 days. and the talking ban was just after movie night. But I did the speech. Once I did the speech, then obviously
the ban got lifted.
then the ban's got lifted. Thank God.
Appealed the ban with the letter.
But it wasn't even about, honestly, it wasn't even about lifting the ban. It was just more just her knowing. Do you know what I mean? I said even when I went to kiss her, I think you can see I was like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to, because everyone's like kiss. And I said to her like, you don't have to do anything you don't want
was
to.
that kissing ban there? Was you on the ban there? Oh,
That broke the ban, straight after the letter. But obviously, I said to her like,
everyone was like kiss. Oh, that's why everyone was shouting kiss.
Yeah.
He was on the
ban. Yeah. And I was like,
Okay.
and that's why I said to her like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, because it wasn't about me getting a kiss.
Yeah.
It was just more about you understanding. Obviously, I got the kiss. I was buzzing as well.
Off the ban. Yeah.
Off the ban. I was like, yeah.
But on moving out as well, it wasn't just you and Leah drama, bro. There's Leah and Scott drama as well.
Yeah.
Bro, how is that for you? Because obviously it's a difficult one, because when you're in a couple, like, you have to back your couple, like, you know what I mean? Like if your girl's beefing, then really you'd have to go and beef with my girl, you know what I mean? Like, so when Scott's saying, what do you say? He says, you've talked a lot, you haven't spoke for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is so rude. What was your thoughts? What happened? Like, tell me.
Yeah, so see, she was shouting, he shouted that, and then he was literally sitting like hair to me, and I was like to him, I was like, bro, like chill out. Don't, I was like, bro, don't be talking like that, because like
you have to be involved.
I like her.
Yeah.
I'm not having a girl that I like being shouted at by another guy, and also she's shouting back, so I know that she's obviously frustrated,
because Leah don't normally shout,
and Leah don't normally shout, and I can tell when she's annoyed, and and it's just the comment was just unnecessary. So I was just like, bro, like chill, like relax. Obviously the guys kept telling me, like chill, but I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and let him slander my girl. Like,
it don't make sense.
It don't make sense.
So that's what everyone was like. Everyone was like, oh, like surely Montel has to back Leah. So you did, but
I did.
We just didn't see it.
Yeah, and even later they was having a conversation. I think it was on the Sun Lounges maybe, and I could hear them shouting. I was all the way across the other side of the villa. I could hear them like shouting, going back and forward, and I was like, no, I can't just sit here and listen to this. So I even went over. I think I interrupted the conversation because they was basically done anyway. But I was like, I'm not having. I'm gonna stick up for the girl that I'm with at the end of the day.
You have to.
I'm that type of guy. If you're not, then you're just a waste. But like, obviously, I'm gonna stick up for the girl that I'm chatting to. I'm not gonna have a guy talking to her.
Because then we later saw, the first time we saw like you speaking about the situation was that whole shade.
Oh
challenge. That's what we saw, and we was like, why is he springing up 2 days later? But yeah, it makes sense. It was like,
and I think the guys banned a lot because there was other like mini arguments between say Leah and Scott, but anytime they'd have something, I would always say something. So they'll be like, the guys will go to be like, you're always backing your girl, but I'm like, well, what do you want to do? So the guys, so everyone in there knew like I would be backing her. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to people shout at her. So.
Facts, and so you shouldn't.